Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the nationally famous Wolvarena. I'm Rick DeRubis, joined by Kyle Templin, and we are back again for another season of Viking football. And it may not necessarily feel like football weather tonight, Kyle, but since last night, my Panthers are rolling, and it is going to be a great football weekend. We are very lucky to be in this particular venue tonight. It is actually nationally famous.
It is actually nationally famous, Rick. It's the Wolvarena, and Max Preps actually ranked it as one of the top 10 arenas in all of the nation that you should come to a football game for. That includes, it was in the same list as an arena that is actually worth $60 million in Texas.
I very much enjoy and spend a lot of time. It did my high school service just up the road in McKeesport at Central Catholic High School, and spent a lot of time running around these streets. But let's get to football tonight. We have a team that just got off a very long bus ride. Both you and I have made that trek many times across the great state of Pennsylvania, yes. From Philadelphia to Pittsburgh and back and forth. And if you're a rail splitter, you've had enough time on the bus. You're probably ready to hit somebody, because I wouldn't imagine they traveled in fashion. School buses across the state are not an easy ride.
No, they are not.
They are probably not air-conditioned. That makes you mad, and I think you're going to see at least an aggressive start to this game. We don't know a ton about the rail splitters, but we'll get to what we do know as we get ready for kickoff. The Vikings set to receive. Back to receive looks to be, and actually it was a short punt fielded by 89. He's going to break a tackle or two and bring it out to the 40-yard line. That was number 89, Brady Kazaria, and that is where we will start this game for Peyton Wayner. Going through the rosters, Kyle, it almost feels has sort of a basketball feel. A lot of these names are similar, and I know some of these guys can play ball, so we'll see what they can do on the football. On the football field. That Peyton had a great year last year, and obviously looking to grow. And I will say, speaking of growing, a lot of these kids got a lot bigger since we last looked at them at the end of last season. Peyton's under center. He'll take the snap. Look to trail. Nope. He's going to pull the ball down, and he's got a man wide open at the 50, at the 45, 40, down into the 32-yard line of the rail splitters. Out in the flat, that was number 22, Gavin Stanek, I believe, that picked up that huge chunk of yardage. First play from scrimmage picked up, 37. Yeah,
37 yards on that play. It was definitely well executed there by the wide receiver.
34-yard line, and we have a handoff, goes to the far side. Number 3, that is Amari Shields. He's going to carry it down to what looks to be just outside of the 20-yard line to about the 22, and that will be.
Yeah, keep an eye on Shields.
Second down.
He's probably going to get a lot of carries this game.
From what we do know about these teams, I think it is possible to probably wear out the rail splitters. They do not have the biggest squad. And we've got another handoff by Peyton. It's going to go over to number 3, Shields. He's going to go right up the gut and carry it right to the 20-yard line.
The rail splitters actually are a throwing team, Rick. They throw a tremendous amount. They also play a little option. So,
well, option is it's a thing you can do if you have athletes. The option is not bad to run at this level, especially if you're not sure you have a guy who can completely toss. We got a shot inside. That is going to be a wide open. Nice closing speed there by number 19. Credit where credit is due. Rakeem Mills for the rail splitters kind of came out of nowhere and stopped that before it picked up too much momentum, but it will move the sticks to a first down. Got to run up the middle. Again, it's Shields.
Yeah, Shields is going to get a lot of the ball carrying today. Central Catholic has obviously had a long line of solid ball carrying running backs.
And correction, it is now first down. It was that was the previous down was second down. Peyton's in the shotgun. He's got a sidecar to his left, a man behind him. He's going to change the play, it appears, walking up to the line now. Nope, thought he was going to go up under center. Remains in the shotgun. He's going to go ahead and hand that ball up again to the middle to Shields, and I do believe Shields broke. No, he did not break the plane. Both officials on each side.
Put that right on the half-yard mark.
Yeah. And they're going to hurry up. Peyton Wayner's under center. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a sneak. There is, and it is good for the first 6 points of the game. Touchdown, Vikes. And was that, what, maybe a 7-play drive, 6-play?
A 7-play drive there.
Yeah, I mean, that was quick.
You know, about 61 yards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely an excellent start there for Central Catholic on offense. And now after the point after, we'll see what the rail splitters have.
All right, Rowan Carter coming in to put this one through the uprights. Heading into the woods near the flag. He is in position, and there's snap, holds down, kicks up. Kick is good. Actually, I believe it's right down the middle, and we have a 7-0 advantage for your Vikes. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout here, and we will be right back from the Wolvarena. Welcome back here to the Wolvarena. Rick DeRubis, Kyle Templin with you. 7-0 is the score. Quick drive, Kyle. 7-play, 1 minute, 26 seconds. We'll see what the rail splitters have to offer as far as offense goes after we get this kickoff. It is coming from number, is that 17?
17.
Ashton Blatt. Ashton Blatt going to light it up. Let's see what he does. Back to receive number 13 for the rail splitters.
Student section, Raucus as always.
Oh, actually fielded that. That's a nice grab by the rail splitter there at number 8. He's going to pull it up to the sideline, and he is going to get escorted out with a swift shoulder by Dylan Deasy. And that is where we will see the rail splitter offense begin. Looks to be at right at the 30.
Yeah, Jaden Harris was the one that pulled that in. Great hands there, obviously, by him.
Nice grab.
And was able to bring it out for a gain. And like I said, from everything that I've read, the rail splitters are a pass-heavy team. They do run a little option every now and then, but a pass-heavy team.
And they will they'll show us what they got right out of the gate. Knight is back in the shotgun. He has got a sidecar, and we've already started with a penalty on that drive.
False start, it looks like.
Everybody, thank you for watching on YouTube on the Central Catholic Viking YouTube channel. Also, welcome to everybody who is watching from Philadelphia. One of the coaches came up, talked to us a little bit, and said that they would have some viewers in the Philadelphia area where the school is. So we also have Abraham Lincoln facts coming up in tonight's broadcast. We do.
We also want to welcome everybody from around the world. Sometimes we have people that pop in, alumni of Central Catholic that are in Rome, sometimes in California.
Yeah.
You know, so from California to Pittsburgh, from Pittsburgh to Rome.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think of the two most historic cities in the world, I mean, and throw Turtle Creek right in there.
That's right.
That's where we are tonight. Not a good start for the rail splitters. They are 5 yards back and still starting the shotgun. That Knight gets snapped. He's going to hand it off to that sidecar, and he is going to get eaten alive.
Yeah, stacked up there at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see who the ball carrier was. And didn't catch his number on the way through. That was number 9.
And that would have been
Simmons Green.
Yeah. Yeah, You know, as far as the rail splitters are, I mean, we were saying it before. Great name.
Yeah.
Great gear.
I told the coach I wish they'd have brought some merch. I'd wear a shirt that said Rail Splitters.
Absolutely.
What a cool name. Another snap, a little high. Nice pull down and excellent throw out to the flat to the 36-yard line is number 17, Darius Hill with the catch. Knight put some zip on that ball.
He did, and Hill had a great opportunity there. He got open and immediately, turned around, caught the pass. I mean, it was an excellent play.
It really was. Quick back to the line of scrimmage, too. Knight, again, going to hand up the middle. Got a little more opportunity this time, and that is going to be a really nice chunk of yardage up over the 45-yard line to the 46, and that will move the chains. So you've got some quick players, and running into the teeth of the defense the first time around didn't do much, but that one certainly was big. And now you've got they're picking up the pace. Nice
little stutter step there in the hole by the running back. Was able to get some more yardage.
Knight again, he's got the running back. He's going to hand it off, go to the far side, and ran right into student body.
Stacked up again.
Yeah, so and I would say maybe a loss of a yard or so on that one. The defense out there for the Vikes tonight, we got a mixture of guys. Some we've seen on the field before, some not. But I will say this: they just and maybe it's just because I'm getting older, but these kids are looking bigger and bigger.
Yeah, a lot of working out in the offseason.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm impressed by the tempo that
this game's
Abraham
moving.
Lincoln is putting on right now for offense.
Another quick throw and a grab, pull down, and it's going to get to the 50-yard line. Broke a tackle and got down to the 40.
Looks like that's going to be about the 48, 49.
Yeah, where they
48.
Yeah. So there you go. Ball at the 47, and the center's already got his hands on the ball.
Yeah, great second effort by the wide receiver, though, on that play.
Spirited contest so far, and a lot of action. There's a definite false start there. 17 left the line early. Darius Hill, who made a couple of a really nice snag here on the near side a little bit earlier. That's probably drives the coaching staff insane because they have such a wonderful pace, at least what we've seen so far in the early part of this game. We're only about 4:10 into it. And the pace of the game is great, but when you go at that pace, you pay that kind of price.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like, it looks like they lost pretty much what they gained on that play.
Knight's going to roll to this near side and throw it at the feet of a defender.
Yeah.
I think maybe he knew that one wasn't going to go anywhere. Because he obviously has an arm. I don't think that was a misguided throw.
Yeah, I think
give
he
the
threw
benefit
the ball
of the
away
doubt
there.
Yeah, that he just knew that wasn't going to go anywhere. And now we've got a punt coming up, number 19. Rakeem Mills is going to back for your Vikes. We've got Vernon Settles is back there, and Thomas, I believe.
And we know Settles has got some wheels.
Settles can run. There's no doubt. Snaps back, punts up. Good
excellent
punt.
Excellent punt.
Going to be fielded at the 19, going to bring it across. That's Thomas. He's going to come up to this side, near side. He's got a little bit of a wedge here, and he is going to jot it out to the 49-yard line of the Rail Splitters. Nice move, and he kind of switched tempo there, too, to make a little more opportunity for himself, and the Vikes will start inside of the Rail Splitters territory.
Excellent blocking there by special teams, and you're right. He could have definitely turned on the gas there once he hit the corner, but he allowed his blockers to give him a little bit more room because that way he knew that he was going to be able to run the sideline and get as far as he could. If he just turned on the jets, he may not have made it that far.
I guess as impressed as I am with speed, I think I'm more impressed with moves.
Sure. Sure.
All right, we've got Peyton under center. Go ahead, hand that ball off. Run up, straight up the gut and picked up almost a first down. We'll say 9 yards. That
nice
went
8-yard carry there.
Amari Shields.
Yeah, and they're just going to keep running him with the rock because we've seen he's got speed, but he's also got moves as well. And Central Catholic is just known for that for guys in the backfield.
Shotgun formation. Peyton's going to throw downfield. He's going to find a man wide open. Boy, they gave a heck of a cushion, and they took advantage of it. I believe that was, Brady picks up that first down. Nice job. Just sat in his spot, waited for the ball, didn't try to get too fancy, and made sure that he had possession. Because when you have that room, it's easy to catch that ball and run before you actually have it in your hands.
Sure. Oh, great discipline there by Kazarian.
Yeah, offense continues to roll up the middle. Shields picking up a few more.
I'll tell you what, if that wouldn't have been for number 8, Jaden Harris, I'm pretty sure Shields would have ran through that hole and into the end zone. He was just able to wrap him up at his ankles there.
Vikes are doing a nice job, too, of going under center and also mixing in that pistol or shotgun formation. The rhythm of the game is certainly on both sides being dictated by the Vikes.
Sure.
At least right now, there's another handoff up the middle. That is number 9, the ball carrier. That is Green. He goes for a couple of more. He looks to be, 4 yards shy of a first down?
Yeah, that Argento Green looked like he was in there to run a power formation there. They only had 2 wide, and he was the only person in the backfield there with a guy coming in to lead the block. So, yeah, it was an interesting formation. I haven't seen that from Central Catholic from the time that we've been doing these games.
I like tight end over the middle here. Peyton's in the shotgun. Looking straight up. Going to find the man out of the flat. Again, that nice tackle there by the Rail Splitters, number 26.
Yeah, Argento Green with that catch coming out of the backfield.
Maurice Sutton brings him down to the ground. The pace of this game is moving quickly. Rolling clock, 5:15, as you can see there at the bottom of your screen. Another thing I love about the Wolvarena, they have the old school monitors right here in the booth, so you can enjoy it in black and white.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It is 4th down. The Vikes have elected to go for it. Peyton is going to go under center.
Keep an eye on Settles there all the way.
Going to pick up that. Boy, I don't know. I think the Rail Splitters, the Rail Splitters stopped them on 4th down. Nice effort by the Rail Splitters.
I'm shocked they had Settles one-on-one out there in the corner, but they decided to go with the run.
Yeah, that was... Well,
great stop by the Rail Splitters there.
It was, and it builds momentum.
And they're ready to go. Look at that.
Yeah, they're still trying to get personnel on the field for the Vikes, and there's about to be a snap of the ball. Good job getting everybody in position.
Yeah, and I would even look at the trips on the side over there because I'm not sure that the guys that came in know exactly who they got.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Over in the flat, there is going to be a handoff straight up the middle. Nice closing job by at least a mildly discombobulated Vikings defense right there of closing that gap and preventing a much bigger play.
Well, and I'll tell you what.
We got an extended – what was that extended whistle I heard? Referee near his side to us is the umpire showing 2. I think I heard timeout Central Catholic.
No.
Sideline warning for Central Catholic. I'm not sure exactly what it was for.
Probably the coach. Coach might have been out on the field.
I'm not sure. There's another handoff right up the middle. Oh, no, he held on to the ball. He fooled me. Nice
Great grab.
Wow. Yeah, that was a terrific grab by Rolling Davis.
Yeah. Wow.
And underestimated there is how great that throw is. It had to be very accurate by night.
Yeah.
And he did it.
Yeah, fooled everybody on the field, including us.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that was great play action. Great grab by the wide receiver. Really impressed with this offense that Abraham Lincoln is putting on here.
Yeah, the speed is real good. There's another snap. He's going to pull it down to Knight, and he is going to go ahead and choose to keep that ball, and he's going to find a seam. He is at the 40. He's at the 35, 30, down to the 25, and pushed out of bounds by probably one of the only people that could catch him out there, Xavier Thomas.
Yeah.
And that is a huge gain.
Massive gain there.
For the Rail Splitters.
And, you're right. If it wouldn't have been for Thomas there, he would have definitely been in the end zone there for 6.
Yeah, I don't think he had a cut-up opportunity because if he would have, he might have put on the Jets. But nice job keeping this ball on the field and out of the end zone at the 25-yard line. And
timeout, Rail Splitters.
Yeah, we do have a timeout for the Rail Splitters. Emma, we'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back. Back here at the Wolvarena, Rick and Kyle, and a pretty good matchup so far, and a quick-moving one at that. 3:54 on the stop clock. Nice big breakout play by the quarterback of the Rail Splitters, Knight. He in the shotgun. He has got a sidecar. He's got wide receivers, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near, and he can zip it.
Yeah, he's got a great arm, great set of legs that we just saw. I mean, this offense, like I said, this is really impressive here, the offense that they put on, because it really is very fast-paced.
He's going to keep that ball down. He's going to throw it, and he put it right. The only place that it could be caught.
Yeah, no doubt.
Great catch by the receiver, but the throw was that much more impressive. He put that between 2 defenders.
2 defenders,
and,
both that had their arms out.
Yeah, these guys they're pretty well oiled when it comes to that. Vikings defense looks a little, I don't know that they're confused, but I just think the execution by the Rail Splitters has been very good so far, looking for the Vikes to get a stop here, try to hold them to a field goal attempt, although I did not see anybody kicking field goals for the Rail Splitters when I watched them warm up.
Yeah, I did not either, but yeah, I mean, the Rail Splitters got in here like right on time.
There's a handoff up the gut, and the student body stops them there down at the 6.5-yard line. So I just absolutely love these vintage monitors.
Yeah. Nice balmy night here at the Wolvarena. Yeah. I got myself a Go Central Catholic towel. They're $10 at all the games, and these actually go to all proceeds end up going to the Central Catholic Marching Band.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Pick those up if you get to a game. If not, we're happy to have you here. Knight's going to pull it down. He's going to run to the near side. He's got options. He throws to the end zone. Flag goes down, and it's not a complete pass, but I'm not sure what the flag was.
I don't think that that's going to be a flag for pass interference. I think that might be a flag for the passer there. Yeah, I was going to say it's where the official was that threw that flag. There was no way it could have been pass interference.
No, Reginald Faison, I heard 78.
Yeah, it looked like he went down. He was in the end zone, and I think he was throwing a block down there.
All right, yeah.
So it's a little bit too far to throw a block.
Yeah, so that's going to come back. Looks we're about the 13-yard line.
But, again, another play that was excellently drawn up there by the Lincoln offense. You know, just out of the hands of the wide receiver there.
Got sidecars to each side. Does Knight. He's going to pull the ball down, hand it to the other one who switches directions.
Wow.
Nice job.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a nice handoff.
That
was. It gets to the.
Looks like down to the 1
or 2 yard line, and that was Simmons Green that put that ball in that position. Again, you got some tired Vikes and trying to make changes. One thing that I think is slowing this down, although it may be actually helping the Rail Splitters, is you've got Knight coming over and discussing the play with the coaching staff instead of just picking up that quick rhythm offense, which is really what confused Central to begin with. Up the gut handoff and nowhere.
Well, that's a strategy, Rick. That's something that football teams will do, because if you notice, they're already in formation whenever he goes over.
Yeah,
so it forces the defense to go into that formation until he comes back with the play, and then he could change the play on a whim.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are disciplined as far as that goes. I mean, they're waiting for him.
Yeah.
Knight's got his offense ready to go at the 3-yard line.
So some misdirection there.
He's got a tailback to his left waiting for the snap. I feel like he's going to keep it. Yes, he does. He rolls to the far side. Finds a man wide open. Just absolutely. If you could watch that play from up here, you could see it develop, and you kind of knew where it was going. And that will put 6 on the board for the Rail Splitters, looking to
and that was number 11 there that caught that touchdown pass. And it does look like they're going to line up for 2. So
yeah, I was going to say,
like
I don't know
they're going to be doing any kicking.
Yeah, I didn't think that they had a kicker, and apparently they don't. So they will probably go for 2 every time.
Okay, number 11's down there close. Oh, they're going 4 wide.
There's White with it. He's going to pitch the ball off, and excellent job by the Vikes.
Yeah.
They are able to keep that guy in front of them, run him all the way to the sideline. In fact, I think he lost a yard or 2 on that run.
That was great speed there by the Vikings to keep that out of the end zone.
Yeah, they saw that one coming. 7-6 is your score here at the Wolvarena. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Seven-6 to score here at the Wolvarena. Rick and Kyle with you. Emma, Joe, Tom, the whole crew. Colby's here, and we're bringing the broadcast tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell your friends that we will have all the home games available to you right here.
Oh,
a squib kick, and
kick.
I do believe it's touched. It went out of bounds. I was going to say there's a few things going on here.
Yeah, so the Rail Splitters are saying that the Viking player touched it before it went out of bounds. We obviously know it went out of bounds, so there's flags on the field for that. So it looks like they're going to have a little huddle over here and figure out what's what.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, not knowing enough about the kicking game of the Rail Splitters, I don't know if that's just was intentional or not. I mean, I don't think you want to kicking the ball to Vernon Settles is probably a bad idea.
Yeah, that's probably true.
He's super fast. So they get one of the up men up here, but the ball was kicked sideways and leads it to
So it does look like the officials are saying that the Central Catholic player did not, in fact, touch the ball.
I actually disagree. I thought he did, but you know, they got a better view.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Hey, watch the bubble. Call out the bubble. Watch the bubble. Watch the bubble up top. Watch the bubble up
Ball sits at the 40. Peyton's got the ball. He's going to throw it as near side. Gets it across, and I mean, they lifted him up off the ground.
And that was Bradley Gompers, number 25 there.
Gompers, by the time it was all said and done, he was probably about 7.5, 8 feet in the air. They caught him right there at the 49. So
yeah, he went for a ride on that one.
So, or I'm sorry, they're now at the 46-yard line. It was a gain of 6. Run up the middle, and it gets to maybe the nose of the football's at the 49-yard line. Not quite a first down.
So that's number 3, Amari Shields.
I'd like to see them get Shields to the outside here.
Yeah, he's got tremendous speed.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
There's a lot of room on that far side. Peyton's going to hand it off to Shep. I might start calling the plays. Shields going to run up the middle, and he is going to get that ball down to the 42-yard line of the Rail Splitters. Just what the doctor ordered, I think he kind of lulled him into that. All right, they're going to run it up the gut, and Shields burst to the far side.
Yeah, he's definitely got speed when he turns the corner, and we've seen him. He has moves as well. When he's in that, when he hits the hole, he's got a stutter step. He's got a spin move. He's got a lot in his arsenal there. That's why they're probably going to lean on him a lot this season.
Absolutely. We see the end of the first quarter. It's 7-6 in favor of the Vikes, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Back here at the Wolvarena, second quarter action starting. Peyton Wayner in the shotgun, and he is looking to throw downfield. He does. I was going to say, Thomas was blanketed by number 8 there. I wasn't sure if we'd get that one or not, but that is definitely pass interference by Jameer Duncan. So we'll wait for the official call, but I feel pretty confident in my guess there.
Yeah, I would say that's a safe bet. So while they count this off, again, really impressed by Abraham Lincoln High School here and their football team. And, when we look at the rosters here, I mean, it's clear that you got a lot of players that are playing both ways, which is unusual, actually, for a 6A school in Pennsylvania. But this is the way that they do it. But they clearly have a lot of great athletes that are on their team.
Not only that, they got off a bus, and they're playing this well.
Yeah.
Peyton's got the ball. He's going to throw it to the far side. Nothing doing. The ball is dropped by number 22, Stanek. So second down. But, yeah, I think that's the most impressive part of it, Kyle, is it's a tough ride. And I don't know what time they left. I don't know any of those kind of details. But I know that they're far from home. Yep. And to give this spirited effort as they got off the bus and find themselves only down by 1, I think is pretty darn impressive.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Snap back to Wayner. Is going to hand it up. 3 goes up the gut. That
great tackle
was Amari Shields that picks up maybe 5.
Yeah, and it looks like we're
maybe about 4. So we're looking at third down and
interesting. There's no down. Okay. Yeah. So like they showed up here, got off the bus, went into the locker room, and came right back out and started warming up. I mean, they really didn't have a lot of time there.
We're going back 5. There was a false start on the
there.
Vikings offense. Looked like somebody on the edge there.
And unfortunately, the famous Abraham Lincoln High School marching band did not make the trip today.
They are famous. That's
famous for being in Rocky 2 and Rocky 3.
Yes.
So, yes, a lot of Rocky connections with the Abraham Lincoln High School out of Philadelphia. And we'll get into that throughout this game.
Clock rolls. With 11 minutes left to go here. 1 burnt in the second quarter. Vikes going backwards. Third down, looking for at least 11. Wayner, shotgun. He's going to go ahead, throw the ball downfield. Nice grab. Can they pick up the first down? There is a valiant effort by number 25, Gompers. I don't think he picked up the first down, though. I think he's probably at the 20. They need 17 and a half. And I would suspect that they are going to stay on the field for 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it here, which I think is a smart move. I'm not sure that how good. I mean, we knew last year their kicking game was really good, but I'm not so sure with the senior graduating how good their kicking game is from this far out.
You got Amari Shields back there. Amari, by the way, is only in 10th grade. He's standing next to Weiner, and I think they moved early. But they're going to throw for the end zone. They've got somebody wide open in the end zone. It's Thomas, and he will score.
Wow, right over the shoulder there. Perfectly thrown pass. And
I'm sorry, was that Vernon Settles?
It was
yeah,
Vernon Settles. And Settles didn't even have to turn around and look. Ricky just had it right there in his hands.
That was not the play that I thought we might see, but nice job there. Vernon picks up that touchdown. It drops beautifully into his arms. Does a nice job to corral it in. Peyton, great throw. And we are looking for one more. 13-6. Snap down, kick up, kick good, and it is 14-6 here at the Wolvarena. 10:05 left on the second quarter clock. Let's keep it here. Let's give a Rocky factoid.
So Abraham Lincoln High School has a few things that are linked to Rocky, the movies. First is that the actual character, Rocky Balboa, in the movie is explained that he went to Abraham Lincoln High School and he dropped out to pursue his boxing career. Abraham Lincoln High School was featured in both Rocky II and Rocky III. When they dedicate the statue in Rocky III to Rocky out on the Philadelphia Art Museum steps, that is actually the marching band is behind the mayor whenever they do that. That is actually the Abraham Lincoln High School marching band. And both Sylvester Stallone and Frank Stallone are alumni of Abraham Lincoln High School. However,
yes, I was going to say there is a
Sly
caveat
Stallone,
to this.
the Italian stallion, did not graduate from high school, but his brother, multi-talented Frank Stallone, did.
Yes, but one more caveat. Rocky Balboa received an honorary high school degree.
That's right.
From
the character Rocky Balboa
the character
did. Yes. So, yes. So a lot of Rocky connections. Obviously, Rocky's always going to be synonymous with Philadelphia, but I mean, for this right here, where it's the rail splitters, you wouldn't think Rocky Balboa.
No,
but
you wouldn't.
A lot of rich history there.
But we've got a good one brewing. Kickoff coming. Here it is. And that is a nice kick. Going to be kicked into the end zone.
Wow, touchback.
Yeah, fantastic. Touchback coming. And 14-6 is your score.
Yeah, so, when we talk about Central Catholic High School alum a lot, world famous, right? There's obviously alum all over the world. Famously Dan Marino. There's plenty of others. But, it's hard to beat the Italian stallion.
That's pretty good.
As one of your alum. So, yeah.
Well, let's see if we can see the fighting spirit of Rocky Balboa and the Rail Splitters. They find themselves down in this contest by 8. I think the best thing for the Vikes to do is stay on the field on the offense and not give these guys a chance to compete. Got the snap back, and it is handed off immediately by Knight and going nowhere.
Yeah, it was stacked up there at the line of scrimmage.
And it's, again, it's a false sense of security, I guess, when you know that, all right, well, they're stacked up at the line, they're going to stop us. But it opens up so many more options. You can get lulled in by a team like this as Knight has a sidecar.
Especially a team that works at this pace.
Yeah. Knight, look at the throw. He does throw, and I think he knew there was nothing doing there, and he just threw it as far as he could.
Yeah, it looked like he was ready to throw to 13. He pump faked there because he knew he was going to end up throwing it away. But I will also say this, excellent pass coverage.
Yeah.
I mean, when he does drop back to pass, he does have a lot of time.
Yeah, he does have a lot of time. And giving that guy time is not a good thing.
No, because we've seen he can use his legs and his arm.
And we have a timeout on the field. There's no flag.
Rail Splitters say they're calling a timeout.
Oh, okay. Well, right.
So
well,
yeah,
there you go.
looks like a Rail Splitters timeout there. I'm not might not have seen what they liked on the field there. Might wanted to go ahead and get together and talk about it. But yes, excellent pass protection by the offensive line here for the Rail Splitters tonight. And again, we have seen the Central Catholic defense eat up offensive lines in the past. So it is pretty impressive that they're able to fend off, the Central Catholic defense the way that they have been. And then not only that, like I said, doing it at the pace that they're doing is impressive too. I mean, those linemen are constantly lining up to the line and pushing the next play. That is impressive.
I will say this, as a gentleman who played that position, on a night like this, going at that pace is really difficult in the fourth quarter.
Sure.
So you got to make your hay as early as possible, finding yourself down by 8. Also, shout out to the student section.
Yes.
I don't know if it's beach night or Hawaiian shirt night, but they're having a good time over there in the student section. We got a heave by Knight. He's got a man.
Oh.
And to Knight's credit, it was a pretty great throw. I honestly think that the receiver Darius Hill may have tripped over the carpet.
Yeah, it looked like he I don't know if he tripped or if he looked back and then maybe lost his footing a little bit looking for the ball. But, yeah, he was on the line to get it.
Yeah, nice throw there.
Oh.
What happened?
Okay. Looks like they're saying pass interference.
Or roughing the passer?
Oh, roughing the passer. Okay.
15-yard roughing the passer.
Wow.
You know what? I'll be honest. I looked downfield, so I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's new life. The ball at the 35. Knight back in the shotgun. He's got a running back to his right, 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. He's going to pull the ball down and hand it right up the gut and eaten up by the lineman.
Yeah, nice 3-yard carry there by the running back, though, for the Rail Splitters.
Got the gold pants on tonight, blue jerseys with the 3 stripes on each sleeve.
Absolutely.
The gold numbers, the blue helmets with the big white horn on the side. It's time to go. High school football is just so wonderful.
It really is.
I'm just
really
so happy to be here under the lights on a Friday night. Going into Labor Day weekend, up the gut, and what a fantastic individual effort there by number 20, Petruzzi. He just manhandled that running back and waited for some reinforcements. So that 15-yard penalty so far hasn't burnt them as we find ourselves on 3rd down in a solid
6
5.
yards.
Yeah,
6 yards
solid full 5 to 6 yards. So we've got Knight back. He's got his sidecar. Hands it to him. Going to go up the gut again. And
looks like he got it on that spin move there at the end.
Yeah,
wow. Excellent move there by the running back.
Fleet of foot.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, he saw that defender coming in, and he made that spin move, and that's what got him the first down.
Yeah, nice effort by Simmons Green. That poor kid's shoulder pads have come out of his jersey, I'm pretty sure, every time. Every time.
Yeah.
Hand up the middle again. They hand it off to a different running back, and he is greeted unpleasantly after about an 8-yard gain.
Yeah.
Another play by Petruzzi.
26, Maurice Sutton.
Yeah.
And hard runner Sutton, too. That was, wow.
Yeah, those were not pleasant yards to pick up, but he did it, and he did it well.
Sutton's going to stay in, looks like, for the next play.
I would bet that they're going to throw on this play.
Yeah, I would think that would be the plan for sure.
Nope. Going to hand it up the gut, and they're setting up to something bigger.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. Got a player that lost his helmet. He's got to go off the field. That's 33, Ewis.
Yeah, and that's going to be number 46 coming in to replace him. That is Chase Hurd, number 46, got into the game.
Going to pull the ball down. That's why he's going to find a man. And dislodged from the football. That is not a live football. Okay.
No.
He did not make a football move, which I think is a ridiculous concept. If you catch the ball and you have possession of it. But
I have to be honest, the quarterback has excellent play action skills there. I mean, he fooled me on that play when he held the ball.
I guess
that was amazing.
I felt like it was coming. 4th down pending, and they are about 2.5 yards away from a first down. But think about it this way. They're nearly 10 when he's in the shotgun. So if they hand it off, I doubt it. Nope. White's going to pull it down. He's going to look to go downfield. He throws the ball, and he threw it out of bounds. It was uncatchable. Nice coverage there.
I feel like he knew that was a broken play.
Yeah, by number 2, Xavier Thomas. And that will turn the ball back over, going the other direction with 6:51 left to go on the stop clock here in the second quarter. Rick DeRubis, Kyle Templin, Emma, Colby, Joe, Tom, all here to bring you the broadcast tonight. We want to thank the Central Catholic Vikings for having us here to do this game. Not only is it nice to work with the Central Catholic Viking family, it's nice to be at a high school football game on a Friday night at this legendary venue, the Wolvarena.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice quick pitch, and it went nowhere. Yeah. Well detected by the defense.
Abraham Lincoln was not fooled on that at all.
No, he was not. That pushes the ball back.
So interesting play call there.
I guess I liked the idea of it. Just didn't work.
Yeah, the looks like another tight formation there.
Yeah, Peyton back in the shock. I was going to say, I would imagine he was going to throw here. They made an open opportunity for him, unable to land the ball into the waiting arms.
So it looks like there might have been some miscommunication there, and it looked like the ball should have been going to number 22, Gavin Stanek, but Deasy reached up there thinking that he was throwing to him, and I actually think he meant to throw it a little bit further over Deasy to 22 on that play.
Well, so far the gamble has not made, the Rail Splitters have not paid for that gamble going for it on 4th down. In fact, we went backwards to the tune of about 3 yards, and now we have another timeout. We got a timeout coming for the Vikes. Emma will take a quick timeout with them, and we will be back. Forward progress at the 19, but a nice punt coverage there by the Vikes to keep that one contained.
Yeah.
As soon as that ball bounced, it gave an opportunity for the Vikes to get downfield, and that was probably what kept that in the center of the field.
Yeah, it was a bad snap there.
Yeah, that was a really great play by Paul to pick it off the turf.
Yeah, it was a great play by the punter there in order to keep the play alive. Because I mean, when you got a bad snap like that, there's all kinds of everything can happen. But he did a great job of staying cool and getting the ball downfield.
Running backs to each side, going to hand it over. Nice crossover back there in front of the quarterback, but not fooled are the Vikes, and they are going to drive the running back. I didn't see which one ultimately got it. Maybe it was number 9. Drove him back all the way to...
Looks like they lost 2 yards on that
back
play.
To the 16, and they are set and ready to go. Again, we got 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. 2 running backs. They're going to pull the ball down, and I was going to say 13 went down to catch the ball, which he did do. He might have been better off dropping it because he had his foot or he had his knee on the ground rolling Davis.
Yeah, it looks like he might have got a stinger on his hand there from catching that ball. It looked like it did bounce there off the turf.
Well, I think his knee was down because they actually moved him back a little bit. So we find ourselves in 3rd down. Again, and this is huge for the Vikes. Flip that field position that they didn't get on the last possession.
3 wide.
They got 2 wide on the far side, 1 on the near, running backs to each side of Knight. And I think I was going to say they false started.
That's tough. It's tough when you get that on a 3rd down play.
Not only that, but if you have to punt out of your own end zone, your punter just lost a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of space.
Yeah.
So this is a huge down for the Vikes.
3rd and 14.
Knight has it. He's going to roll through the end zone. He's got a nice arm. He drops that ball out of, I mean, all the way to nearly the stands. Now, in fairness to him, there's not a lot of room between the sidelines and the stands.
No.
But that ball was intended to get as far as it could. And
but he was just back as far as the end zone, and that was a 35,
yeah, I mean,
40-yard pass.
Heave.
I mean, that was, wow.
It was a heave. I'm interested to see this.
So they're definitely going to punt, it looks like.
Well, oh, yeah, they're going to have to punt, but I don't know. There's not a lot of room back there.
No, there isn't.
We don't have enough players.
Yeah, it looks like there we go. Ooh.
And they do get out of the, they got it out of the end zone. Going to be picked up at the 40, down to the 30, down to the 35, 25, 15, 10 out of bounds at about the 8. That was
Xavier Thomas.
And so there's a flag on the field on the far side where all the action on that one happened.
I would think that would have to be a block in the back.
Yeah.
If it's going to be
and the
called
referee
on that
repositioned
side.
that flag at the 25, so he's going to mark it off from there.
Holding.
Now you got a break for the rail splitters because that ball was down to, I believe, the 8.
Yeah.
Or close, somewhere in there. Yeah, I was to say they're marching it off from the 25, so that's going to push the Vikes all the way back to the 35, and I think they fielded that ball at the 42.
Yeah.
So really only a great play kind of negated.
Yeah.
Peyton's going to hand it off up the far side and getting the ball down to the 30. That's number 3, Shields. So ball's going to be set at the 31.
Yeah, it looks like I mean, if you're the Vikings, I mean, you got 3 minutes here.
I milk it.
Run some plays and then take a couple shots at the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, no reason.
See if you can't go 3 scores up or 2 scores up.
2 scores. But, yeah, there's no reason to just not run this clock completely down. There's another handoff, and it is going to be a couple of tough yards. His knee hit the ground.
Yeah.
Referee pointing at the ground, and I think they may have lost a yard on that one. Again, that's 3 Shields. Yeah, they're going to push. Actually, yeah, they pushed him back to the 34.
Yeah, his knee definitely hit the ground whenever he was running there. It looked like he tried to cut, and then his knee kind of went down. So
I like a sweep to the far side here. There's a lot of space. Peyton's in the shotgun. He's got everybody in motion. He's going to pull the ball down, looks to throw, and he does. He finds a receiver right there at the 20. Nice move. Another nice move. Wow, that is tremendous. Legs should not be able to do that. In a beautiful play by Vernon Settles, he's going to take that ball all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I think it might actually be closer. I think it might be the 1, but yeah, that was that was at least 3 or 4 moves that literally shifted half the defense. Half the defense, Rick. Like, just completely got fooled 3 times.
And trying to push that forward. Student body forward with the 2-score man tonight. Peyton Wayner finds himself across the line in the end zone. And that, as we said, we're there 3 minutes, just run the ball or on the clock down. It took them about 1 minute and 14 seconds to put those points up on the board. The score now 20-6 with the extra point pending.
I don't know if we've seen moves like that since Barry Sanders.
You know what? It was really impressive. I get it. I'm not a young man. I couldn't move like that when I was that age. But to watch that happen is just impressive.
Yeah, those were some moves.
Snap down. Ooh. Kick up. Kick good. 21-6 the score. Now, this is interesting here. If you're the Rail Splitters, you're going to go in you're going to be down by 2 scores if you don't do something here. We know the pace that they can run this offense.
Sure.
And they know that Knight can throw the ball.
Yep.
The 2 times Knight has tried to go long down the field was that last series he just threw the ball nearly into the stands because he was in the end zone and panicking, and I don't blame him. The other one is where the receiver kind of stutter-stepped or tripped at the 50. If not, that was a home run ball.
Yeah, that was a home run.
You got to watch that.
Yeah.
But if you watch too much for that, this kid's going to pick you apart throwing 8 yards and letting those quick receivers
and
pick
not
up
only that,
chunks.
let's not forget that he can run at any moment.
Yeah,
and he's very quick. So again, like the offense, for what they have, it's very impressive, like what they can do, and at the pace that they can run it. Now there have been some false starts and everything, and sometimes that's going to happen whenever you run an offense that quickly. But for the most part, their offense has run really well, and a couple of bad breaks here and there. This could be a tie game if some of those bad breaks didn't happen.
It could. I mean, and the Rail Splitters are certainly a spirited team. I mean, there's a lot of talent over there. Again, it's you look at the stadium, it's a little bit of an intimidating place to play.
It is actually voted one of the most intimidating stadiums to play in Pennsylvania, mostly because of how close the sideline is to the fans.
Yeah, and Woodland Hills generally cranks out incredible athletes.
Absolutely.
The kickoff is there. It's going to be fielded at the 3-yard line, going to be carried across the 10, 15, 20. Got some room on the near side. It's going to be pushed all the way. Nice job by the Vikes in pursuit. Big game for Xavier Thomas, and I think it's impressive on offense as he has been on defense tonight, able to, and of course this case special teams, able to ride him out to the side and get him to stop at the 22. So nice tackle.
Yeah.
Nice opportunity to keep them buried deep, 140. And you have to wonder as well, got 2 timeouts left. If the Rail Splitters don't maybe pick up any yardage or a few yards by second down, do you take those timeouts and try to get the ball back? I think you do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I think you do. I mean, you get the timeouts back after the half, right? So why not?
Here's Knight. He's in the shotgun again, looking to pull the ball down, throw it to the far side.
Actually threw it.
Yeah, he threw it to the center of the field, about to the 31-yard line. Had a receiver wide open there. Was that number 10, I believe?
Yeah, that was number 10. Which I do not have on my roster.
Hanif Gates was one of the guys that were at it at the end. But he is unsuccessful on that one, and that stops the clock, 136.
Yeah, and I mean, 4 wide this time.
Another throw up the middle. Nice breakup.
Very nice
by
breakup.
number 25.
Yep, that is number 25.
Gompers, Bradley Gompers.
So all over the field, both sides of the ball, Gompers this game.
And now you really got to look at it because they have only used, I think, 11 seconds or so off of the time. And I get it, you have to throw it if you're in this position, but the Vikes are one stop away here from getting that ball back. Another throw up the field, threw it too long.
Yeah.
Had a man open, actually just threw the ball too long. As fast as Sayer Smith is, unable to catch up with that one, and now you're in a punting situation, and you're about to give a fairly potent offense the ball back with about 90 seconds left and already a sizable lead.
Yeah, if you're, the Abraham Lincoln defense right now, you're looking for, a definite stop here because with 1:28 left, you only got about 25, no, not even that, 23 yards to go to the end zone.
Watch the snap here. It's going to be real important that it's not over his head. It's a little low. Nice job fielding the punt, or fielding the snap, and punt is fielded at the 40. Going across town. That is Settles. He is running. He's down at the 35 to 30. There's a flag down on the far side of the field. Vernon got the ball down to the 30, but let's see where.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be 33, 32. Yeah, I think it's going to be right around there. No, maybe a little bit further. Oh. So
I didn't catch a thing.
Sideline infraction. And so the sideline infraction that we heard about for the warning for Central Catholic earlier looks like it's coming into play again.
You know what? In all fairness to both teams, there's really not a lot of room for them to be. I mean, Central has to have 100 kids over there. I mean, you're going to have people.
When you got that many kids, it's tough.
You know,
so
it's not like being at Graham Field where there's more room to stretch out or CMU. Peyton's back. He's at the 45-yard line. He's going to launch downfield looking for an open man, and nice separation from the ball.
Yeah.
And perhaps a hurt player. Got up slowly. He's all right. What was number 41, Dylan Deasy?
Yeah,
but,
that was number 4, and that was number 4.
For Lincoln? I don't even have a 4.
Yeah, that was number 4 that broke up that play there at the end. And I have number 4 listed as Nashawn Corley, strong safety, junior. So great play by him.
I have him as 6 on my roster.
Okay.
All right, going to throw downfield again. Nice job to break the tackle.
Oh, and great second effort there.
Yeah, get down to the 21-yard line. 1:01 on the clock. It's stopped at the moment. Plenty of time, 2 timeouts left.
So it looks like, just over a minute.
Yeah. I mean, the whole field is open to you.
Yeah. And they're using all of the field, too. They got to spread out.
Handoff right up the middle. It's going to number 3. He's going to go to the far side and get tripped up around the 13-yard line. Amari Shields with another carry, being a workhorse tonight. And keeps the clock running, 46 seconds on that running clock. Nice to see Deasy bounce back up. He's back in. Going to hand the ball up again. Shields, I think he slipped.
Yeah, I think he did too.
I think he slipped right across the 10-yard line. Going to take a timeout here, 29 seconds
Still
left.
enough for the first, though, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. No, it looks like they're going to bring it just inside there. Timeout, Central Catholic.
So now you got 29 seconds left, 1 timeout left. You still have enough time to, if you wanted to run it twice, you probably could get that done. You still have that timeout. You got options up the middle. And after you get past that defensive line, Lincoln's not great at clogging up the middle there. I think you got room as long as Peyton can get the ball elevated enough to an open receiver. I like the idea of going to a tight end or maybe Deasy down here in that corner.
I feel like they're just going to probably put Settles out here on the fly route and then just throw it off to him. I mean, that seems to be working.
And you have that timeout. You could actually run a reverse.
Yeah, that's true too.
You could run a reverse.
That's true.
When you got speed like they have, you can run that reverse, and if it doesn't work out for you, still call that timeout. So there's options. But you got to more than anything, you got to pick up a yard and get the first down so you can.
Looks like. See the formation that they're using here.
So you got Settles on the near side. Stanek on the near side.
It looks like they're going to roll tight formation.
Real tight.
Yeah, that's almost a goal line formation there.
Yeah, and that's what they do. I mean, basically that was the same play that's scored 2 touchdowns in this game.
Yep.
Peyton Wayner straight forward to pick up that first down. Clock still rolling, 24 seconds left.
Yep, under 20 seconds now.
Hands it over to Shields. He's going to get met at about the 7-yard line. Unkind, 11 seconds left, final timeout. So now you've got downs, but you also have to pick up 7 yards to pay dirt.
Yeah, 11 seconds left on the clock. I mean,
you got 2 plays.
You got 2 plays, and I feel like it's it's probably going to end up being something shot at the end zone over to one of the corners. They seem to have that down pretty well. But you never know. I mean, with this offense, it could be a pump fake, somebody on the inside, like you were saying. It could be Deasy running out into the flat.
I like the thought of it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of options. I mean, the one thing we know about the Central Catholic Vikings offense over these years is that they always have a tremendous amount of offensive weapons. And it looks like they're taking. There we go. Now it's coming back out onto the field, and let's see
going
the
tight formation again.
Wow,
which could be a tight
just
end. Yeah, they've got.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, another tight formation. I'm telling you, watch Deasy here. 41 across the middle.
Well, and it looks like, Lincoln is playing back a little bit just to make sure. Yeah.
Peyton's on the roll. He's going to stop, pull up. He's going to get into the end zone.
Great move.
They're calling him down before the end zone.
Are you serious?
They called him down. They said his knee hit before he went into the end zone. No replay here, and that is. Did he say that's the end of the half?
I believe that he did.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
21-6.
Yeah.
Every opportunity, and just
about.
Look,
I mean, Central Catholic played it the way that they were, the way that they played it, and dropped their timeouts when they did, and unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes, right?
That's it. That will be the end of your first half. 21-6 the score. We'll take a break, and we will be back.
Isn't that going to mess you up? What's that? Look, I can move it. You know what you're doing.
The Central Catholic Viking Marching Band is proud to present its 2022 halftime show. This year's performance, Hot Goes Instrumental, features
Boards up.
Central Catholic Viking marching band is comprised of students from Central Catholic High School and is under the direction of Joe Wilson, Assistant Director Terry Wilson, Drumline Instructor Paul Stock, and Color Guard Instructor Emily Slice. The band is led today by Senior Drum Major Mary Grace Murphy and Junior Drum Major Vin Canary. We hope that you enjoy tonight's performance. Thank you for watching. We have the winning ticket in tonight's 50-50 draw. The winner tonight will receive $702 and should bring their winning ticket to the press box. That number is 21081. Congratulations.
Because if you were on the other side of this wall, would have worked. You know, line of sight meaning from here to right there. You can see straight shot.
We are back here at the historic Wolvarena. Rick DeRubis, Kyle Templin, Joe is here, Emma's here, Colby's here, and Tom is here. A lot of people to bring you a high school football game. We do it better than anybody else, at least I'd like to think so. And it's been a good night so far, but could be an even better night. Kind of much like last night's Pitt West Virginia game, the way it ended at the 1 yard line. The first half of this one ended at the 1 yard line. Peyton Wayner had the ball. He was walking into the end zone. I don't know if he tripped. I don't know what happened, but something funny happened on the way in. He didn't get there.
Yeah, tremendous athlete, Peyton Wayner. We obviously know that he's a multi-sport athlete, and for being a junior this year, he started last year as a sophomore, tremendous poise as a sophomore, playing the quarterback position in that Central Catholic offense. We know that he's a tremendous athlete, so it's hard to believe that he might have tripped or anything, but it is possible, right? I mean, things get hairy when you get down, that close to the goal line there. Tremendous effort by, Abraham Lincoln High School for keeping him out of the end zone. But, yeah, it looked like he went to dive for the end zone, and his knee came down right before the goal line, before he was able to stretch that ball across it, and that's what ended up doing him in. And so we are at, a 21-6 game right now. Lucky break, or however you want to call it, for Abraham Lincoln to save that score, because they're still very much in this game. And with the offense that they have, that we've seen, that is very fast-paced, it'll be interesting if they can keep that pace up here in the second half.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got a few things going on here. First of all, Abraham Lincoln gets the ball to start the second half, so they have that going for them. Also, the fact that it isn't more of a lead, really very important for them. They don't have a kicking game, so they're going to go for two every time if
Absolutely.
They do get into the end zone. So we've got that. It has the makings for an interesting second half. I still believe in the power of your brain and what it will force you to do. And these kids do not want to ride back across the state, whether it's tonight or tomorrow or any other time.
Sure.
Getting it handed to them.
Well,
and so I think they're going to come out firing away.
It's important to point out also that both of these teams are coming in at 0-1 on the season. Central Catholic lost their first game of the season, their 0-week game. And so they're coming in 0-1, and then Abraham Lincoln also lost their 0-week game as well. So both teams are hungry for a win right now.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a very inspired group of Vikings, but you're going to see a very scrappy group of when you're the Rail Splitters.
Yes,
I think you have to be scrappy.
Absolutely. Love that name. It's so great.
Yeah, seriously. Send me all the Rail Splitters merch that I can get.
Yeah, absolutely.
What just an absolute
great colors,
yeah.
great name, everything about it. I love the logo. I mean, it's all great.
Yeah, I would have to ask Rick Capretta how these games get set up, because it seems like such a crazy opponent. But then again, last week's opponent was in Canton, Ohio, and they were an Ohio team, though. Correct?
Yes, they were an Ohio team, somewhere around Cleveland area. Other thing that I just noticed, and this has just popped into my head because of the Rocky connection, is that the Rail Splitters are black and gold, much like the Italian Stallion, black and gold. Yeah. So perhaps also something that bled into the Rocky series. Sly Stallone, even though he didn't graduate from Abe Lincoln High School, still very much, throwing out a lot of his love for the high school in his movies.
Let's just hypothesize here. Who donates more? Sylvester Stallone to Abraham Lincoln High School, or the commissioner of the NFL to his alma mater, Washington Jefferson, who do not have their own parking lot for their football stadium?
It is amazing that the commissioner of the NFL is an alumni of Washington and Jefferson High School.
College.
College. And you're right, they do not have their own parking lot for their football stadium. They have to rent the parking lot from the VFW across the street and from Trinity High School right next to them.
They sure do. And here is the kickoff. of the second half. Ball in the corner at the 9-yard line. It is fielded, run up the far sideline, and it is going to be taken out of bounds around the 23-yard line. That's where the Rail Splitters will set up shop. We know what they can do. Knight on that last couple of possessions there, their quarterback, Kahani Knight, he's a guy that's got a ton of zip on his ball, and I actually think a little too much trying to catch up big chunks of yards, because he had a guy running right down. I mean, the receiver was in the middle of the WH, in the middle of this field, and he had separated himself. Knight just had a little too much zip on that ball, but if they're going to get back into this game, the Rail Splitters, and they're not out of it, I think it's going to come on the feet of Knight deciding not to throw the ball and running when he can. He's going to hand the ball up the middle, and that is not a great decision.
I feel like that's probably true, that we probably will see him take off and run a few more times in this game.
I think that's how big plays happen. You're not expecting him to do that, because you can see he has a cannon of an arm, and he obviously the running backs are good. They're great at misdirection, but nobody's expecting him to take off.
No,
and
no.
I think
we've only seen it one time so far in this game. Yeah,
he's clearly an athlete.
Yeah,
take off.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, he is. He's a very talented athlete.
He's in the shotgun again. He's going to pull the ball down, going to throw to the near side. He's going to find a receiver open, number 13, and he is also met by a host of Vikings there.
So it looks like that's going to give him maybe 3 yards there.
Yeah, the grab was by Rolling Davis.
Yeah, good design pass play there. Again,
but sniffed out by the Vikes. I mean, they had 3 tacklers there. I mean, they knew what they were looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. Great defensive play there by the Vikings, and it looks like.
And I don't think it's time to just only throw here. You got plenty of time. That was a weird directional snap. It's going to roll to the far side, and again, thrown out of bounds. The field is wide, but when you take off and you're as fast as Knight is, you probably get there a little earlier than you think. And when you try to throw that ball across your body running upfield, it's naturally going to lean out of bounds.
It seems like
he's so effective in the middle of the field. I think that's probably what I would stick to.
It seems like if he does have a weakness, right, and we haven't seen many with him, if he does have a weakness, it's throwing on the run. Like throwing on the run, it seems like he's less accurate than whenever he plants his feet and throws. Because when he plants his feet and he throws an absolute bullet to every receiver.
High snap on the punt there. Nice job to pull it down and get it away by the punter. It is going to be fielded at the 45-yard line, and running into several of his own teammates there. I believe that is number 2, Xavier Thomas, and he does a nice job just to not lose a handle of the ball after he ran into his own teammate.
Yeah, but I'm surprised they let that play go on for as long as they did, the officials there. He was clearly stacked up for a while.
Stacked up, and
luckily nobody got hurt.
He is going to be set up at. Is anybody going to give this guy
just over the 50?
Well, I was going to say, is anybody going to set the ball? There it is.
Yeah.
Ball set at the 48-yard line, and they will take over, the Vikes do, in Rail Splitter territory, I think for at least the 3rd time tonight. Peyton's going to hand it off, goes right up the gut, and some hard yards running there by Amari Shields. He'll get the ball to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Shields definitely picking up a decent amount of yards there, looks like.
No, he's got kind of a bowling ball mentality when he gets up there. I mean, he's carrying the pile for an additional yard or two.
Looks
like they're hard yards.
Yeah, it looks like he might have. Looks like he might have had a knee down or something a little bit further back because they put that ball back.
No, Peyton's got the ball again, right up the gut again, and another couple of hard yards, and going to bring up a 3rd down situation, 3rd and 5. 9:35 here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. I mean, you're up a couple of scores here.
Oh,
I mean, you don't have to get too crazy. You can be conservative with your play calling at this point in the game. Looks like you got Deasy out there.
Yeah, you got trips on the far side. A single receiver here to the near. And they're going to get the ball to the outside. And nice coverage by the Rail Splitters.
Yeah,
riding,
great coverage.
Number 9, I think that was Argento Green that picked up the ball from on the Wayner pass behind the line of scrimmage, and he only got it up to the 40, well, actually the 41. So they're still a good 3 yards away, and it looks like they're going to punt.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought they were going to go for it because Wayner was waiting out on the field.
I just assumed that they would.
But, yeah, it looks like
I would beware of a fake punt here. If you were going to try it and see if it works in
True.
game action, this wouldn't be a bad spot to do it. You're not
Very
giving
true.
up a ton of yardage if you punt, you know, and you don't make it. I wonder if 22 is going to take the snap here. Nope. It is going to be a straight punt. And
oh, that was almost blocked.
I think it was partially blocked, and it is going to be a wobbler down. It bounces at the 20, and it will be down at the 21 by Vernon Settles, and that's where the Rail Splitters will take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, interesting call. You only gained 21 yards on the punt. You were 3 yards away. Maybe could have really made this an incredible deficit here, but you also have to like the way your defense is playing.
Yeah, I think that's just it, right? I think you trust your defense on this, and you know, you still got plenty of time in the game, which, you know, could work against you also. But I think that, you know, Coach Totten is basically saying, like, hey, you know, our defense has been playing solid. Let's go out there. We'll put them back on the field. We don't have to get too crazy, you know, on the play calling. So
Knight's going to whip that ball to the far side. He's got a receiver, splits the coverage, and is still fighting for yards. He picked up a solid 9 yards. That was again quick to develop.
yeah,
You get that quick to develop, and you've pushed all the defenders to that side of the field. That kid picked up 9 yards, and I'm pretty sure he dragged for a couple. I mean,
yeah.
it wasn't
oh yeah,
bad
great
pursuit by the
second
Vikes.
effort.
He just
Yeah.
kept going.
Great second effort.
Under the half moonlit sky here at the Wolvarena. Another snap's going to hold it down. Is White looking downfield, and again, he is not great at that particular move,
No.
throwing across the field
No.
on the run across his
run.
body. It's just,
It's close, but it's always
it
you
is.
know,
But you know, you're going to have to find a way to create, if you're the Rail Splitters, room in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Because he's incredibly accurate when he does
absolutely, absolutely. When he plants his feet and he throws, I mean, we've seen it. It's a rocket.
that. Or I'd rather, at that point, and again, this is just me watching a football game and enjoying it, I'd rather see him just pull the ball down and run, see what he can do with his legs.
Sure, absolutely.
I think that's the key for them if they're going to pick up another touchdown and keep this game interesting. He's a good football player.
Looks like they switch formation there.
Well, I think they're going to hard count every time to try to see if they can pick up the cheap 5 and get the first down.
Makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely does. He's going to take that snap, hand the ball up the gut, and I think he may be short.
It looks like it's hard to see from this angle because we are.
That ball's short.
Okay.
If it stays in that place, it's short. Yeah, 4th down.
Okay. So it looks like they got less than a yard.
4th down. And, boy, this is a gamble here.
Yeah.
You don't get this, it's going to be awfully tough. Takes that snap. He is going to meet with resistance right up the middle and lose at least 2 yards. Nice effort to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, it was a great effort there.
Great second effort.
Couldn't do it, and that is going to turn the ball over with 7:36 left to go in the third quarter. Back to your Vikes in a very opportunistic position at the 30-yard line.
I mean, if you're the Rail Splitters, you took a gamble on that one thinking that you could make up the yard. It did not work out for them, unfortunately. Interesting play call, though. I would have thought, I don't know, maybe I would have used my my quarterback on that one instead of relaying the handoff there. But again, maybe that's a play that they've run and had a lot of success with, just not tonight.
Peyton's going to hand it off right up the gut, and 7 hard yards at least for Amari Shields, who has just been killing it up the gut. I'm not sure what the yards per carry is tonight, but I would venture to say it's probably around 5+.
For Shields, definitely. Yeah, I would say that that's accurate.
Peyton's going to hand it off again, and some more yards. Still short of the first down by about 2 yards, so we'll be in a 3rd down position. Now, one thing that is happening here is not much time's going off the clock. They've had this ball as 3rd down, and I think only 35 seconds have run off or so. So you know, where the Rail Splitters gambled and lost, you got to make them pay by at least getting a first down here.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt. And I think that, you know.
And Peyton will do
Looks like
exactly
they will
what
do
he's
that,
done
yeah.
all night, taking himself up the gut and move the sticks.
I feel like there's like this almost like they know they want to slow the ball down, but at the same time, it's just from the, you know, the pace of the Rail Splitters that they feel like that they're getting right back to the line in a hurry like they are, you know. Like the pace of the game was definitely set by the Rail Splitters early.
Yeah, but you gotta like what the Vikes are doing here. I mean, it's obviously a play that's not going to be stopped. Peyton up the gap. He may have lost the football there. Rail Splitter comes up with it in the far side referee saying it was down on the ground.
So yeah, far side referee is saying that. Okay, so the head official there is saying that it's definitely ruled down.
There have been some weird plays at this end of the field.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Some interesting things happening down there. But nonetheless, we find ourselves with second down, 5:45 left to go in the third. And this is the pace that I think is good. Just slow it down.
Absolutely.
You're not in any hurry to get anywhere.
No, you're up by a couple of scores. You might as well run time off the clock.
Peyton hands the ball off, going to run to the near side, and they've got an open lane, and they've
that
got
is
another touchdown. Do the Vikes. That is Amari Shields. Good for 6.
Good hard running there by Amari Shields. He definitely made a couple of moves there to get into the end zone, and unfortunately, I mean, it was picked up there by Abraham Lincoln defenders, but it was a little bit too late there as he had
too much
already
momentum
into
at
the
that
end
point.
zone.
By the time Rail Splitter touched him, he was going so fast that even if they brought him down at that point of contact, he probably would have fallen into the end zone.
Yeah.
At that point, so got the extra point pending, 27-6 the score. Snaps down, holds good, kicks up, kicks good.
Yep.
28-6 your score, a 22-point lead. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with the Rail Splitters getting the ball after this. Welcome back, 28-6. Another kickoff coming, and it is a beautiful night here at the Wolvarena. The half moon high above. Watching high school football in Pennsylvania on a Friday night is a gift. I mean, it is just a gift kind of night.
Yes, it is. Yeah, nice drive there by
6 plays.
The Vikings, 6 plays, a little over 2 minutes that they drained off the clock there. Up now 28-6. Little under 5.5 minutes.
Beautiful kickoff fielded at the goal line across the 10, coming across the 15 down to the 20, and met by a couple of Central Catholic Vikings. There is a huge flag because I'm pretty sure somebody just picked up a personal foul, hit to the head. And is that Vernon Settles that's down?
I cannot see the jersey number from here, but he is definitely.
That's 2, Xavier Thomas.
Xavier Thomas, yes, and he is definitely frustrated. You hope that that's cramp.
Yeah, it looks like immediately going to work. Yeah.
So yeah, you hope that that's all that is, and that he's able to make his way off the field there. One of the things that we do know so far about the kicking game for the Central Catholic Vikings is that the kicker has a leg.
Boom.
Yes.
It's got a big boom.
Yes. you know,
That's Billy Leck.
yeah. And, I mean, we've already seen him with 1 touchback tonight, which is in high school football very impressive.
That kick, yeah, that one went to the goal line.
Yeah, that one went to the goal line. We watched him warm up a few kicks, field goals that he was trying there. And, you know, he was kicking, you know, 40-yard field goals there.
Yeah, we're watching him at halftime.
Yeah.
Got a leg.
Yeah, he's definitely got a leg.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we've only seen turnover on downs. I don't think we've seen 1 turnover in this game. Ball
We have
control.
not. We have not seen an INT or a fumble.
Yeah, ball control's been pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I should say we haven't seen a fumble that has been a turnover.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wait a minute. Why is that ball back on the 10? They threw it. No.
Yeah, it looks whatever it was a major penalty because
Yeah,
they moved him back pretty
and
far.
it was a big hit.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
From the 10-yard line. 13 fields the ball, but again, I think his knee was down when he caught it.
Yeah.
And so that will put an end quickly to that play. Rolling Davis, and that's the second time that happened.
I'm not so sure. Are they saying that it looks like?
Yeah, I think he caught the ball and his knee was down.
Yeah, I think so.
It turns out to be the same play, but high snap. Knight's going to throw that ball again.
Behind the receiver there.
Yeah, tried essentially the same play. And he's trying to throw it up high enough because that's the second time that had happened to Rolling Davis. But he threw it behind him on that one. And this is not a good idea for Lincoln as now they find themselves in the third down situation. They haven't picked up a yard yet. And if the last time was the last time was 4th down situation. Now they've picked up another touchdown of the Vikes. This is probably 4-down territory again. Knight throws. Incomplete. Tried to hit a man at the 25-yard line. That was number 12.
Yeah, that was
Brettel.
All of the passes are like only about like a yard or a half a yard off. So it's.
Well, and this is credit to the Vikings. They've thrown him out of his rhythm. Because he was, I mean, when there was still daylight out here, he was zipping this ball. I remember that first throw that he had up the near sideline.
Sure.
That ball was ideal. So they have definitely thrown Knight out of his rhythm a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. But, yeah, it's like, you know, look, sometimes guys don't have their nights, right? I mean, it's, you know, no pun intended. But, yeah, it's, you know, it looks like he might be a little off tonight. Maybe he is a little rattled. But, you know, for the most part, I mean, the kid is a tremendous athlete.
Yeah. Punt was about at the goal line. It was kicked out. Nice 41-yard punt. It will rest on the 41-yard line, and that's where the Vikes will take back over. 4:36. So think of it this way. The Vikes scored, I think, at 6:35 or so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really not a lot of time has run off, whereas you had a quick pace in the first half. The second half, and certainly in this, you know, latter part of the third quarter, you got a lot more possessions than you did in the first half.
Yeah, I think that, you know, the Vikings are definitely trying to slow the pace of the game. The rail splitters obviously are trying to take a lot more
and a nice handoff and carry.
Plays.
Yeah, nice handoff and carry up to onto the near side down to the 26-yard line. That was number 28 was the ball carrier there, Elijah Faulkner. And the 5'9" sophomore showed a nice burst.
Yeah, definitely. Not something that we've seen from Faulkner. So nice to see him.
They'll take it again and do it the hard way, go straight up the middle and pick up a few more. And it looks like a little bit of frustration there. Samir Blackston gave him a little extra shove on the way up.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand there's probably going to be some frustration going on. But, you know, for the most part, both teams have played exceptionally well. I mean, despite the score, Abraham Lincoln has actually done really well.
And we got Faulkner again. He's going to carry that ball down to the 21-yard line, 22-yard line. Clock continues to roll at 3:35. Third down. I would say you will see a healthy dose of running once again.
Yeah, I would think so too. Another thing, like we've said, is you know, when you look at Abraham Lincoln sideline and you look at Central Catholic sideline, Abraham Lincoln has considerably less players. A lot of their players are playing two ways, which is even more impressive by their showing tonight.
Hand up the gut and an inspired tackle there. Wow, number 25 is he's very excited. Andre Gordon, and he should be. He made a fantastic individual play to cause a 4th down situation. I'm absolutely certain that the Vikings
got right
are going
in
to leave
there
the offense
and
on the field here.
Stuff that play as soon as it started. So excellent effort there by number 25.
4th and 5 for the Vikes. I'm thinking Peyton's going to take off with it here. He's going to roll out to the far side. We've got a throw that went out of bounds, unable to pull it down. I don't think it had been inbounds anyway.
Inbounds, no.
Jacob Sasick tried, but that'll be a turnover on downs, and it's still 2:25 left to go. I mean, it's like these possessions aren't really rolling any time off the clock.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that more time would be rolling off the clock with Central Catholic running. I mean, they are trying to run time off the clock, but they have such a fast pace with their play calling that's not happening. And then the flip side of it is you know, that's all Abraham Lincoln is doing now is throwing. So
Knight in the shotgun. Side Carter's right. He's going to hand it off to him, and he is going to run to the near side and be swallowed up at the 25.
Yeah.
By the waiting arms of Bradley Gompers.
Yeah, so it looks like they've been running the trips up in that corner for the past few plays. You got to figure the ball's going in that direction sooner or later.
Yeah, trips on that far side. They are looking that way. Knight's going to pull it down. He's going to come to the near side and try to find a seam, and he does.
Excellent
nice job.
Pass. Yeah.
Nice adjustment by both players there, Knight.
Yeah, because that was a broken play.
Yeah, Knight and number 7, Samuel Shell, able to adjust beautifully and keep this drive alive. I think this might be the first time that they've got this far out on the field in the second half. They're up to their own 40-yard line.
Definitely. And like we were saying, excellent. You know, that play was broken up, and excellent job there by the quarterback of keeping it alive.
Knight's going to roll to the far side. He's going to try to use his legs, and he is going to get run down. Maybe picks up a yard or two. I'm obviously not a football coach, but with the kind of speed that kid has, I'm stunned that they didn't try to run him up the middle. There was actually a seam for him.
Yeah.
He just kept pulling out to the far side. Actually, they haven't had much luck going outside of the hash marks.
No, they haven't.
Whether it's throwing
Once
or
they hit the corner, unfortunately the running back they have doesn't look like he has the speed to turn it on the corner, but definitely that quarterback does.
Knight pulls it down. He's going to throw, and just really not a good throw there because he had an open man wide open at the 45.
That one looked like it actually got tipped at the line.
Did it?
There.
Maybe it did.
Yeah, that one looked like it actually got tipped at the line. But yeah, Knight is definitely putting on an athletic performance in this game.
All right, we've got 2 receivers on each side. Knight's back. He has his running back to his right. He's going to roll to the near side. Looks around. He's got plenty of room, and he needed to get to the 50, and he gave himself up at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, looks like at the 46 he went out of bounds there.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't make a cut-up move inside and try to gain those yards. But, again, it's all 4th down territory.
Sure.
You know, I mean, you have 4 downs every time. So, and he's obviously a guy you can't afford to lose. So
yeah, that's definitely
keeping him upright really does matter. Knight takes that snap, looks downfield, he throws, he finds a guy wide open.
And they are going to give him the first down.
Well, they should. His forward progress went to the 49.5 or so. So he will pick up that first down. Clock continues to roll at 55 seconds here in the third. And, you know, a score here makes it still pretty compelling.
Absolutely. Score definitely makes it interesting, especially if they get the 2-point conversion.
They're trying to call timeout are the Rail Splitters, and they're not getting a timeout.
That's interesting.
There's a throw, and it is and to number 11's credit, Nathaniel Rivera was begging for a timeout.
Yes.
I don't know if nobody else saw him, but I think the reason was he didn't know the play, and that's exactly what happened.
Right now. Yeah. He was trying to call, and
yeah.
So
36 seconds left. Yeah, I think that guy, he did everything he could.
Yeah.
That wasn't on him. He tried. Now he's going to move a little further inside. Got receivers, 2 of them on each side. Knight got a little frustrated, scrambled a little bit. He got happy feet and just launched the ball to the near side.
Yeah, that was the first time that I actually think that Central Catholic has gotten into the backfield there as close as they got. They weren't anywhere near a sack, but again, like that line has protected that quarterback tremendously well throughout this game.
They got some big kids up there
yeah,
too.
They do.
I mean, they've got some guys that are 270, 295, 310, 270.
310. Ooh.
Got some big boys on that line.
No doubt.
There's Knight looking to launch it downfield. He does. He has a man open, and there's definitely pass interference.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he definitely was going to catch that if that wasn't for the interference, the early hit.
Yeah, Xavier Thomas, he was in the position. He just got there a second too early.
Yeah.
And that will cause a pass interference. The ball goes to the 35?
Yeah.
Really, when you think about it, probably a good penalty to take.
Yeah. Yeah. Unlike the pros, high school football, it's only a 15-yard penalty. So,
yeah, probably a solid maneuver. .21 seconds on the clock. Rail Splitters looking for something here. Hand it up the gut, and there's plenty of room. They're going to get across the 15 down to the 19-yard line.
That's definitely the best run of the night for the Rail Splitters there.
Yeah, and they are going to try to get another playoff here as soon as that ball is set. The clock will start. And they're down to 11 seconds. Snap, throw, man open. And he is going to go to the far side, and he is going to get into the end zone. A quick, sneaky play. They've been trying to get Rolling Davis to do that all night.
Yeah.
And they actually executed to perfection.
Absolutely. That was a perfectly executed play. Throw was on time.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that was also while the clock was expiring for the quarter. For most teams, there would be a lot of pressure, right? There'd be a lot of confusion at the line, to get the playoff and everything. Not with the Rail Splitters, though, because that's the pace that they set.
They sure did, and they cashed in. There's 1 second left on the clock.
Going
for two, and that will be an unsuccessful attempt. But there is a flag in the end zone.
Yeah.
And that is an untimed play.
That's interesting. Let's see what the flag's about.
And they're going to get another opportunity, another pass interference call.
Okay. So with this one, now that you're closer, Rick, do you try to just bully your way inside there, or do you go with the?
Have we seen Knight even go under center? I don't think we've seen it
we
once.
haven't.
So that's probably not an option.
No, we haven't.
For him. Because this offensive line moves people. If that was an option for him,
sure.
That's what I would suggest. They've got way too many. All right, now they've got the correct number of players on the field.
7 side car. It looks like he's moving up to the line.
I would think Knight runs it.
I would. Ooh.
Threw across his body and actually was able to connect on that two-point conversion. So that PI on the last 2-point conversion gives them another chance. They collect on this one, and now it is a 14-point lead. 1 second left here to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, down by 2 scores now, so definitely within reach. And because they, they don't kick extra points, 2 scores could potentially win them the game if they can hold Central Catholic.
It's certainly still a game. By the way, if anybody's listening and I don't know that he's here, but I would be thrilled if Pistol Pete Gonzalez gets this message and comes over and talks about the pit game with me from last night. I don't know if he's here. Obviously, Peter Gonzalez is on the team.
Pistol Pete, if you are out there, please come into the booth because Rick has been dying to talk to you.
I've been waiting 11 years to talk about the backyard brawl. And now that I can puff my chest out a little bit. I spent, 12 years living in the state of West Virginia as a Pit fan. Pistol Pete's here. I want to celebrate with Pistol Pete.
That is very true.
But we still have plenty of action on hand right here at the Wolvarena. 28-14. We got a kickoff coming. And let's see what they do here. I bet they pooch it to about the 40 and try to recover this ball because they're not going to kick it long. Yep. Let it go out of bounds.
Yep.
There you go. And that's exactly what they did. And that was probably the right call. They just were unable to recover that.
Yeah, they're certainly not going to
they're
let
not
Settles take the ball anymore.
Yeah, Thomas and Settles, that's not a thing that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Not a thing that's going to happen. That is, well, we've got one more second here, so we got one more play in the third quarter.
Oh, they're going to take the re-kick. They're going to make them re-kick, Rick.
Well, you know what? Why not? Their choice.
It's rare that you.
Well, their choices are kick it to two of the fastest people I've ever seen, or try to do exactly what they did last time and at least get decent field position. The kid, I mean, he did his job. He pooched it to like the 35, and I think they're probably going to do that again. But it gives the Vikes an opportunity to move everybody to a place where they can field that. I mean, I don't know that anybody that's standing on the 40 here has got breakaway speed, but you're certainly not going to kick it back to 0 or 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Is that who's back there? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's both the Settles and.
Yeah, and even the way that ball's slanted on the tee.
Sure.
I mean, he's trying to pop that straight up in the air. And he does actually kick it back. It is fielded at the 30, going across the 40, across the 45, up to the 50. Keeps moving on his feet and down to the 46-yard line. And I think that was Vernon. Yep, that was Vernon.
It definitely is. And
so I think that kind of bit them a little bit by making them re-kick it.
They still got positive out of it, but it's it was just interesting that they opted to have them
I
re-kick.
mean I think it hurt the rail splitters there. They had a better opportunity to kick it to the first wave of guys who don't have breakaway speed.
Sure. So definitely, if you're Central Catholic, I mean, do you still keep going with the conservative offense at this point? Now that it's two scores,
we're going the other direction.
Yes,
as it is the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I would think that maybe in this series you take a shot at the end zone.
I actually kind of like the idea of going long on the first down here.
Sure.
I mean, you're
put them on notice, right?
Yeah, you're in your opponent's territory. I think I think the rail splitters are probably inspired by that last drive and two-point conversion. A little bit of shock and awe.
Absolutely.
Peyton gets the ball. He's going to hand it up. And hand it off straight up the middle down to the 43-yard line is Amari Shields.
Yeah.
And with 11:45 left to go, maybe you just keep pounding it on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, you could stay conservative for sure.
I mean, you don't need any more points to win necessarily. And I just, they can't score points if they're not on the field. That was the water boy.
Yeah.
Just keep putting your offense out there because they couldn't score. Well, they can't score if they don't have the football. Peyton going to make a beautiful move. Nice juke and gets himself down to the 35, picks up the first down.
Yep, they're going to give him the first down, it looks like.
I'll be interested to see how many yards Peyton has this game. I mean, a lot of them were short yardage runs, but for touchdowns, so for good, or to pick up a first down here. I remember somewhere down around the 20. So you know, he doesn't necessarily have a ton of yards, I don't think, but boy, they've been effective when needed. There's another handoff up the middle, and Shields is just starting to wear him down.
Yeah,
that's going to get down to the 28-yard line. Nice burst again, and another pickup of 6-7. I'm going to change my estimate. I would imagine Shields probably is carrying at least 6 yards per carry.
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, he's picking up 6, 7, 8 at a time.
He took a break for a series there for a bit earlier in the game, but he's back now, and yeah, I mean, he's carving up the defense every time he touches the ball.
He's got it again, runs to the far side, trying to skirt around, and does pick up another first down.
Yeah, and it looks like at this point, you know, the conservative play calling is still working. So, you know, keep the ball on the ground, you run it, you're getting first downs while you're doing it. You're just marching right down the field here, and then also eating time off the clock.
Yeah, I mean, you just keep running the ball. There you go, another handoff up the middle. That one, again, will go to Amari Shields.
Yeah, and that's another 6 for him also. So
I want to take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy and safe Labor Day weekend. So many events going on around the city. You got Rib Fest down at the stadium. I believe the Pirates are in town. There's just so many things going on, but what a great way to kick it off here at the Wolvarena High School football. Going to have Peyton hold on to that ball. He's going to dive and get across the 15 down to the 14. So have a safe holiday weekend as well.
Yeah, definitely a lot going on in the city. I mean, with the backyard brawl yesterday.
I wasn't aware.
You know, I know. I'm surprised that you missed it, Rick.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, I was very excited.
Yeah. And then on top of, you know, yeah, with all the Labor Day festivities, Rib Fest is always a staple and in Pittsburgh during the Labor Day weekend.
I believe the Clarks are playing.
Oh, well, that's a given.
Yeah, I think that's happening. So it's a fun weekend, but great to be kicked off by high school football.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good college games on tomorrow too. I think Ohio State Ohio State Notre Dame tomorrow.
Yeah, Ohio State Notre Dame.
I know Oregon's tomorrow. Playing a ranked opponent. I can't remember who it is. I don't have it all in front of me. But
Oregon, I believe, is playing. Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I don't remember, but if you can pull it up there. But yeah, it's a good weekend of football starting off here with high school football. Since we have a little bit of a lull in the action, I want to thank Emma and Joe. Colby is back there. Tom is working the camera somewhere. It takes a lot of people to crank out this product, and everybody's working hard. It's like I said, it's Labor Day weekend, but yet we're in full force working at this game, and we appreciate you joining us. Make sure you let all of the folks know that are alumni, have players on the team that they love, or just love the Vikes in general. They can always watch our broadcasts after they happen by going to the YouTube channel. So obviously we're live now, but they live on the YouTube channel. So if you want to go back, catch a replay, or tell somebody, hey, you know, there was a great play, you should check it out, you can do that at our YouTube channel. We got a 5-yard penalty. It's going to move the Vikes up to the 10-yard line. And looking for more is Peyton Wayner. He is going to take the snap, hands it off, right up the middle, tries to make a sidestep, no good there. Maury Shields couldn't do much with that, and he will be brought down.
Oregon is taking on the defending champions, Georgia.
Yeah, that's a big one. Georgia is a machine.
Yeah.
Stetson Bennett.
Also, the
Stetson Bennett was the third, I think, a third-string quarterback last year, won a national championship. Got a snap there. Wayner down, looks to throw. He is going to throw, and he is going to find on the far side. That is Vernon Settles.
He might get in there.
Yeah, Vernon made a fantastic individual effort, then tried to get some blocking help,
Yeah,
got a
looks
little
like
bit, but
he's gonna be
could
just
not.
short, yeah.
Yeah, could not break the plane. And so I think he's going to be down at maybe the – I got to spot that ball at the 2.
Plus the rivalry between the Oregon State-Boise State game.
Is that tomorrow too?
It is also tomorrow, yes.
I think I'll
Yes.
spend this entire weekend watching football of one variety or another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Peyton Wayner all day.
Yeah.
Up the gut. I don't know that he got in.
They're not signaling, so looks like he might have just been short.
I'd venture to say you're going to get 4 tries of that exact same play. Nope. He is coming up short, and I mean, it's from our vantage point, the ball's on the half-yard line.
So when I was in high school, we didn't have a stadium that we could play in. So half of our home games were actually played on the blue turf at Boise State.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I remember seeing that on TV for the first time on ESPN because it's always, it was always the game that you could watch late.
Sure.
And I just thought that was the coolest thing. A place I spent a lot of my time, Marietta, Ohio, which is actually where I work, even though I live here in the city. The Marietta College Pioneers also have blue turf, and their lines are gray to go along with their color scheme. It's
Nice.
a very beautiful
Nice.
Don Trump Stadium. It is very
Nice.
and it's right along the water. It's a very cool stadium for a small college.
Woo. So it looks like timeout.
Yeah.
Central Catholic, which I'm not.
Somehow this is becoming the Pitt West Virginia game.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's so many just absolute delays.
I guess just giving the kids a break, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's all about.
But yeah, we would play half our home games on the blue turf, which was really cool. Like when you're a kid to play in a college stadium like that. And back then, Boise State was not the powerhouse that they ended up becoming. They were still at that time a Division I AA school, and they used to go through the playoffs all the time, and always run into Youngstown State.
Oh, the Penguins!
That was the rivalry with the sweater. And so it was a back and forth all the time between Boise State and Youngstown State, and then eventually, of course, they went Division I.
The Statue of Liberty play changed the fortunes of Boise State.
Absolutely.
We are lined up.
Bowl game.
Yeah, we are lined up at the half-yard line. I would imagine you're going to see student body forward.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt. I mean,
Peyton.
That's the tightest formation I've seen.
Under center, pushing, getting pushed. And he did not get in.
Wow. Great stand there by Abraham Lincoln. Wow. Yeah, that was a great defensive stand there by Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean, now it leaves you 99 and a half yards from making this game super interesting. But yeah, that had to happen, and they did. They did not get in.
That's got to give everybody a little confidence on that sideline there. Again, a lot of the players, are playing both ways, so
now I can't.
That momentum might carry over into the offense.
We can't see it that well from here, but I would imagine the tip of that football is
like right on
the goal line.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, it is about as close as I've ever seen a football not be on the goal line.
Yeah.
But they've got guys that can make plays and make them happen quickly, and that's what they'll have to do tonight.
I mean, if you're Central Catholic, do you just bring the house?
Yep, and that's what they did, and the ball does get out
of the end zone there.
Nice individual effort there by 18 and 4. Cole Sullivan, who's also pretty good on the basketball floor as well. And Marshall zone in on that one.
Yeah, he just got that out of the end zone in time.
So now move to the near side hash marks.
Looks like they're still
they're going to bring
inside the one.
Oh, they are. They're gonna bring the house. Knight has it. He throws it out there, and it is no good.
Yeah.
Ball skips off the turf here
That
at the
looked like
Wolvarena.
the wide receivers weren't even ready for that one. That might have been a miscommunication there.
Well, you're also, I mean, quite frankly, you're just incredibly nervous. I mean, you're taking the snap about 3 feet away from the back of the end zone.
Sure.
So you're trying to get it out as quickly as possible. I mean, that is an unnerving situation, I think, for any quarterback. They're going to try to get him to jump off sides, which I'm sure the Vikes understand and are not going to do here. But it's a way to get out of the shadow of the end zone if you can. But they also have to keep in mind, there's this snap, throw out, and hit right in the breadbasket.
And out of the hands there of the receiver on the run.
Nathaniel Rivera, who's made a very nice play in this game.
Yeah.
That he is unable to haul that in, and now you are punting with your heels on the back of the end zone just to try to get it out of there. And that did not take much time off the clock.
No, well, yeah, I mean, with the 3 passing plays, yeah, unfortunately.
I actually think it may have only taken 8 seconds.
And here's the thing. If you're Central Catholic, do you bring the house on this?
Yes.
Or do you just hold back?
No, I think you do.
Because you risk if you bring the house, then you don't leave much for your blocking for your
Well, you don't
returner.
actually need it. I mean, if you block this in the end zone, it goes out of the back of the end zone, I think the game is essentially over because then you're three scores ahead.
Sure.
Here comes the punt. It's up. It is not long, and it is fielded at the 33, going to carry across town and on his way to the 20, 15, 10, 5-yard line, trying
Great
to get
move.
in. He fumbles the ball. It's
Are you
picked
kidding
up
me?
by the Rail Splitters. It's brought out of the end zone and taken back to the 20-yard line where he steps out of bounds. So let's recap that. Xavier Thomas
And there is
takes
a
the
flag
ball.
on the play, but I think that might be after the fact.
Yeah, they're going to I think it's unsportsmanlike. But,
sure.
So Xavier Thomas gets the ball. He gets essentially to the door of the end zone, drops the ball, picked up nicely by a Rail Splitter, brought back out to the 20. So, okay, I have no idea what he said.
So he's
9.5-yard line, I guess, is where the ball's going.
So when the player
spiked,
he spiked the ball, and that's why he got the unsportsmanlike. Which, okay, I mean, sure, but he spiked the ball in the direction of his own sideline. But all right. But needless to say, Rail Splitters.
You want to talk about a bad
back.
break? Why would you do that? You got yourself out of the shadow of the end zone just to put yourself right back in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. We also have to keep in mind we're dealing with 15, 16, 17 year-old kids.
Absolutely.
But, you gave yourself a shot of life, and then you put yourself back to the 9.5-yard line.
Yeah. Sometimes, the passion of the game gets the better of you.
Rolling out to the far side was nice. What a great tackle there by Vernon Settles.
Wow. Just stopped.
Yeah.
On a dime.
Had Vernon not done that, kid was still running, and I'm saying 25.
He would have been gone.
Yeah. Knight has the ball again. He's going to try to go up the gut. He's got flushed out, plenty of room, and he is on his horse. He's going across the 40. He's down to the 50. He is going to take that ball, and he is gone.
Wow.
He is gone.
And that is the athleticism that we have been talking about all game. The potential has always been there.
Kind of. I mean, that's a broken play, but when you can do that, and you're down, why wouldn't you do it earlier?
Yeah.
But there you go.
Right.
And it is super interesting now. And you got to, I hate to say it, the Vikes could have closed the door, and they didn't do it. And now they got 5:20 of a battle on their hands.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. They had the the play down here where they missed the end zone by
Inches.
a foot
Yeah.
before the half, and then fumbled the ball down at the basically the goal line.
2-point conversion is good.
Wow.
That is good.
So now within 6.
28-22. Vikes get the ball back, and this is dicey. Joe Deasy, they say that you buy the whole seat, but you only need the edge. I can't see at the moment, but I bet you're back there sweating a little bit.
There's no doubt about it.
We'll just keep it here.
What a great game.
Yeah, really. Reminds me of another game I watched recently.
I can't imagine what that game was.
Pistol Pete, where are you? Let's talk about it.
So,
you know how happy I'd be if Pistol Pete walked in here and
I
talked about
know you
pit
would
football
be.
with me.
I would just
Or
turn
this
over
game.
my headset and just let him call the rest of the game with you.
I would love it. I would love it.
So, like, you're Central Catholic now. You've played conservative so far here in the second half. Like, you have no choice but to crank it up now.
No,
right?
I mean, it's no longer an option to casually run 4 times.
You don't,
and,
because you don't
gain
want to
9
get
yards. I mean, you can't do that now.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught in a fourth situation, right? So,
And
we've
if you're the
seen-
rail splitters, you're feeling it.
Yeah.
Fielded at the 20, going across the 30, 35, trying to get to the 40, and brought down at the 40 is, I think that was Zero Vernon Settles.
not only are you feeling it if you're the rail splitters, but your defensive's made some pretty impressive stops.
Yeah, that
You know,
I mean, when you
like-
stop Peyton twice on the half-a-yard line,
Yeah,
things change.
yeah,
You know, things
absolutely,
change.
absolutely.
So let's see what they will dial up here, because I don't think you can stay conservative. You have to score points, I think.
Yeah, I think you have to take a shot downfield. I think there's no doubt about
Yeah,
it.
you can't go drastic because you still have the lead, but you got to gain first downs, and there is a run up the gut and a nice stop by Lincoln.
Yeah, but I think that that line, that defensive line for Abe Lincoln right now is fired up. And
I agree. And I mean, you've got guys picking up huge clips.
yeah, I feel like you gotta take a toss downfield. Like, you gotta send Settles. Use that speed.
Well, you got Vernon on the far side of the field in single coverage. I mean, he's playing against a guy that's probably quick.
Well,
but
and we
not
got Gompers down here who has reliable hands too.
going to be another carry up the middle, and they're
Okay.
going to break that one and try to get. And he is pulled back. He's lucky he held on to that football, because they were
Yeah.
going after it.
They
and
were
that is-
definitely going after that football.
they are going to give him forward progress to the 49. And now there's a flag.
Uh-oh.
Now there's a flag. This game is too good to let referees decide it.
Yeah.
It's just too good. Well, that is a huge break for the Vikes.
Wow.
Yeah, they're going to mark off 15 yards. Did you hear the penalty?
So was that
Yeah.
taunting? It's 20, something about waving a hand?
Taunting? I don't know.
It was definitely a personal foul because it's
Yeah, it's
15.
15.
So I'm sure it was taunting because he said something about waving a hand. It's really
Wow,
hard
what?
for us to hear the official's microphone.
And there is a Rail Splitters coach in the booth with us, and I'll give him credit for restraining himself,
Yeah.
because I'm sure that is upsetting as a
Absolutely.
coach. I mean,
Absolutely.
he is probably, I'm not sure what kind of coach he is, but good on him.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
that's got to be so frustrating.
Yeah, especially when you had a lot of momentum on your side there. You made a great stop.
No, yeah, you had third down.
Yeah.
Now you gave him 15 in a fresh set with only 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
Run up the middle, stuffed.
Yeah.
After a 2-yard gain at best at the 35. Shields.
So sticking with the conservative here, I guess they feel like they could just keep running the clock down, right?
Well, you're going to need at least one more first down to ice it. And I think there are 3 timeouts left. Do they have 3 timeouts left?
I do believe they do have 3 timeouts left.
It's not on the old school monitors.
No, it is not. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely taking their time with the play calling now, which is smart.
Oh, they flinched. That's 73 jumped. And that is Evan Treadwell
Rare
Jr.
mistake there by
the 6'2"
Central
senior.
Catholic line.
Yeah,
rare
I think
mistake.
that's the first one.
Yeah.
I think it's the first false start.
Yeah, definitely. We know that Central Catholic line is very disciplined. We've seen it. They've tried to catch them on hard counts numerous times this game. Last season, they were very disciplined. Same. So, yeah, rare, very rare for that to happen.
That ball back to the 40-yard line. And for all the momentum of that silly penalty by the Rail Splitters, Central is not making them pay at the moment. There's a handoff up the gut, and it goes across the 30. Yeah, it goes across the 25-20 and down to the 16-yard line. Big, hard yards by Armani Shields.
Yeah, and if it wasn't the speed for number 8, Jaden Harris.
Shields is celebrating on the W in the Woodland and the Wolverines.
There's no doubt about it. Jaden Harris, with his speed, was able to come from the middle of the field all the way to the sidelines and stop that play.
And that could be the dagger, but still plenty of time left. 2:33.
Yeah, you're in that
position. You can't let them score, and they're obviously in 4-down territory. But
yeah, they're in that position where they don't want to score too quick, right?
Well, actually, they probably would. If they had to, they'd probably try the field goal attempt because that would probably put the game out of reach. There he is again, Shields. He's going to go far side looking for room, and he gets no room. 30.
And that was number 8 again.
Yeah, that was the closing speed for those guys is pretty terrific. And we're going to have a timeout taken here. Timeout taken.
Looks like timeout there by
Rail Splitters.
Rail Splitters. And they're definitely, clearly trying to save some time here, give their guys a rest, but definitely trying to save some time on the clock. 2:09 left. I mean, at this point, you want a big stop, and then you want to be able to go the next direction. So
it's second down coming up. Rick and Kyle here at the Wolvarena, and got a better one than we thought. It shouldn't be like this, quite frankly, for the Vikings. 28-22. How did we get here? The biggest play of the first half was a play that didn't result in a touchdown. Peyton Wayner got to the 1-yard line, and I don't know if he was tripped. I don't know if he fell. I don't know if the carpet. I don't know what happened, but he fell just inches short of the goal line on the last play of the first half. So there's a touchdown off the board, or at least 6 in this half. Stuffed twice at the 1-yard line.
Twice.
By the Rail Splitters. Can't get in. There's a touchdown that doesn't happen there. I mean, we're talking about a 12 to 14 point difference of things that just didn't happen that probably should have. And that's how we got to this 6-point advantage. Now, things look to be in control, but just when you think they're in control.
But here's the thing. I mean, like, if your plan is, like you said, to kick a field goal, you're going to try to put the ball in the middle of the field, and that's not what they're doing.
There's a handoff. It goes up the gut down to the 5-yard line, tripped up around the 6 and slid down. The ball will be marked around the –
looks like around the 3.
Yeah, 4, right on the 4.
Okay.
So that was – I believe it was Shields again that had that burst.
Now, you'd be excited if you're a Central Catholic. But this is also where, the Rail Splitters defense has earned their salt this game.
It would be risky. And it's not as tight of a formation as I thought it might be, but I think Peyton's going to take off with the ball here. He's got 2 wide receivers to the far side, running back behind him. He is going to hand that off, trying to find somebody, and he can't do it. I mean, they knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Down to the 3 goes Shields, and here you are at second down.
Excellent job there by number 27, getting into the backfield and taking the ankles out from the running back there. So it looks like, you know, once again, you're down inside that 5-yard line, and you're struggling a little bit if you're the Central Catholic offense.
And time is just ticking off.
Yeah,
the clock.
well, I mean, there's not a lot that, you know, if you're the Rail Splitters, you can do at this point.
Well, what do they have, 2 timeouts left?
I believe that they do. But
Peyton has the ball. He's going to hand it off again, and that one should seal it. That is the hard-working Amari Shields, finds his way into the end zone, and I think essentially ices this one away for the Vikes. But, boy, you shouldn't have needed all of this. But great individual effort. Shields, they rode him all the way down the field and did not give up on the idea of running that football and salting away a lot of time, leaving only 40 on the clock. So we've got the extra point coming, and it was a little closer than it needed to be.
Well, I mean, you know, look, Coach Totten was like, you know, this is what works for us. He trusted his running back to go in there and not only, you know, continually handle the ball and make yardage, but handle the ball and not turn it over, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that both these teams have been exceptional at. 35-22 after that extra point. 40 seconds left to go here in this one at the Wolvarena.
So
it'll be interesting to see how they kick here. If you kick deep, you got guys that can really run. They've got 1 timeout left to the Rail Splitters, so it doesn't seem likely, but there's still opportunities here if you kick it deep. So I don't think that's where it's going.
Definitely opportunities. Definitely opportunities. And we know that if the Rail Splitters were to score, I mean, they've pretty much been onside kicking it all game.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
that's not something that they would be not used to.
Yeah.
Well, we know this guy can kick it long. He's done it all night. That is.
Yeah, I would think you just let him boot it into the end zone.
Yeah, Billy has the ability to put that ball into the end zone, and I think that that's probably what you do, although it runs no time off the clock. But
no, but I wouldn't take this game to a chance, like on a special teams.
Or is that 38 or 39?
I can't see his number from here.
And that ball is going to be fielded at the 10, across the 15, down to the 20. He's got a seam. He's coming up the 30. He's got a blocker there and pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line with 32 seconds left. Took 8 off the clock.
And we know this offense can run fast, so I would expect there's going to be a lot of quick plays here, obviously.
I think that was Rowan Cotter, actually, that kicked the ball off. I want to make sure I'm giving the right credit.
And I would expect there also to be probably some you know, running up to the line and, you know, throwing the ball into the ground right away.
I got a wild idea. Run night. You know, I mean, if you're the Rail Splitters, that's who got you to this moment. Knight's going to pull it down. He's going to throw and goes up the middle. And nice job. Boy, I tell you what, they owe Vernon Settles an extra milk at lunch because he actually helped eat about 6 more seconds off that clock.
Timeout called there by the Rail Splitters. That'll be their last timeout of the game.
And we've got a Rail Splitter down. Looks like it's 13 rolling Davis.
So, yeah, so it looks like they're over there working on the down Rail Splitter. And
looks like their coach is out there discussing whether that should be an actual called timeout or an injury timeout.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
He did say
fair.
it's injury.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, it's fair.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I just I couldn't hear him.
Player went down, and he's obviously hurt down there, so they're trying to get him back up, and he is back up, so that's nice.
Rolling Davis is on the far side of the field, so he's going to walk off under his own power.
So Rail Splitters get a timeout back, and they got 23 seconds on the clock. I mean, you know, I know
he's
not,
walking gingerly, man.
I know well, you know, he was all the way on the other side of the other sideline. So, you know, he's got some length to go there. But it also, you know, look, if you're the Rail Splitters, I mean, you know, a couple yard pass play is nice, and you hope to get the wide receiver open. But, I mean, I got to think that you got to take a shot, right? Like a little bit further down the field.
And you got 23 seconds left. Honestly, I think if you could find a way to break Knight, you let him run. I know it eats up a little more time, but there's only 18 seconds left. They dropped the ball.
Wow.
And that is a weird way to end this game.
Wow.
The first turnover of this game is going to be the second to last play of this game. Knight can't handle the snap. It falls on the ground, recovered by the Vikes, and that's going to be it. What a weird
I've never seen a game end like that. That's wow.
Yeah, what a
and that's tough for Knight because he's done
being consoled down
that
here
he
on the
could to keep this team in the game today. I mean, he was the whole show for this team almost, and that's tough.
Being consoled by his
one turnover,
by
and
his
that's
teammates.
the one.
Yeah, boy, that is tough.
Excellent effort by the Rail Splitters, though, for this game.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, all of us, I think, were surprised that
you
making the long
sit on
trip.
a 7-hour bus ride.
Yeah.
Show up, roll out, put your gear on, and play that inspired. I think they obviously deserve a lot of credit for that.
Making the trip across the state like they did, and really putting this Central Catholic team to the test.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of shock on the Vikes sideline.
Absolutely.
I think they thought this might be a little easier.
Yeah,
There's your final nail down.
I think practice is going to be tough with Coach Totten.
I don't know that necessarily they're going to love everything about this as we see the last 5 seconds roll off the clock here at the historic Wolvarena. Your final score tonight, 35-22 in favor of your Vikes. The teams will meet at midfield. Do the ceremonial handshake. We wish the Rail Splitters and all of their fans who tuned in tonight the very best. You have a nice young team there, and hopefully continued wellness and success for those young men. Your Vikes, however, go to 1-1 on the season. You know, they didn't feel too good about last week's where they were on the long trip, but not nearly as long to get to Tom Benson Stadium. But they find themselves 1-1 and an opportunity to improve. For the entire cast of all of us, that's Colby and Tom, Emma, Joe, Kyle, and myself, we wish you the happiest and healthiest of Labor Day weekends. Thank you, everybody, and good evening.